It's day 7 and 25 pounds. Holy crap. We went from 366 to 340. So just over 25 pounds. Do you know what 25 pounds is? This is 25 pounds. This is frickin'. That's a lot. That's a lot. How do you lose that much? Like, that's, it's got to be most of it like water weight and things like that, but 25 pounds is a lot. It's crazy, all I gotta say. Yeah, so I don't know how it's happened, but 25 pounds down. So I can't complain. Yeah. I'm like, do I feel any different? I'm like, I don't really look any different. I don't know, some days, depending on where I'm standing and where I'm sitting, it looks like my is getting thinner. But I don't know. I don't think so. You'll see any difference there. I was saying, I'm like, I feel a little bit more jiggly. Like jiggly in the belly and the man boobs and stuff like that. So I'm like, maybe, yeah, I did lose 25 pounds and I have a little bit of jiggly now. So I'm like, which I know is going to suck, losing weight when you're this big. And there's probably going to be some like loose skin and things like that coming down the road. So I know that's one of the reasons people don't want to lose weight is because they realize, oh wait, I'm going to have all this loose skin then after I lose all this weight. And it's not cheap to get it fixed. So yeah, we'll see what happens and kind of go from there as it is. I think being lighter is going to be much more better anyways. So yeah. But today is day 7. And I'm about 15 minutes away from completing that full rotation of 100 and what is that? 168 hours, which is crazy with no food. And you know what makes me laugh? I was taking it easy. I worked a little bit, sold some books, played some Pokemon. Didn't really hung out with the kids. Drove them to their nanas to get picked up by their mom. But yeah, no, it was not a crazy busy day, but it was a good day. It's snowing again outside. It's trying to snow or freezing rain or something. It's like 0 degrees right now, so still doesn't know if it's spring or winter or whatnot. So that's Canada for you. Gotta love it. But the funny thing is, I was sitting down relaxing this afternoon, and I was watching some YouTube, and the YouTube videos I always go to. One of my favorites is a guy, Beard Meats Food. It's Beard Meat, like MEAT food, or Beard Meats Food. And he's just a food challenge guy. And he just goes around the countries, goes around the US, wherever he's from the UK, he goes around the UK. And he just goes to pubs and restaurants, whoever have like food challenges of like, what was the one I watched? He ate 20 corn dogs in like 30 minutes. And then there was another one I watched where he had this, it was like just all appetizers and it was like a Tex-Mex mix and stuff like that. And then I watched this other one, I can't remember her full name, I'll link it in my comments. So, she's like Kilos something, and she just devoured this meat platter. And it was like $375 if you don't eat it. Like if you don't complete the challenge. If you complete the challenge, you get it for free. But if you don't complete the challenge, it's like $375. I was like, oh crap. Like, so most of these challenges are like, yeah, if you don't, it's $50 or $40 or something like that. And it's like not crazy. It's like, yeah, it's a nice big giant meal and stuff like that. But, and I still think to myself, it's like some of these challenges I could do that in an hour. I wouldn't tap out. I'm like, I've been able to like slam down a large pizza, no problem, and then have like wings and like other food and stuff like that. The only time I ever did a food challenge was like this was probably 15 years ago, maybe more. Well, maybe, yeah, more than 15 years ago. But it was at the casino restaurant. And at the casino restaurant, they had this challenge where it was like a 1 pound poutine, this big double, like 1 pound burger. And then you had this like a pint of beer or a pint of soda or pop or whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, I can do that. That's easy. And yeah, and all the guys I was with, I'm like, do you guys want to do the challenge? And they're like, no, I can't eat that much. It's like, not that. And so, yeah, I did it. I got a gift card for like the slots and stuff like that. Got a free meal and like $20 or $25 on the slots. I was like, okay, I just got a free meal and $25 to go play on the slots. I'm like, good enough for me. I'm like, I'll do that. Yeah, it was fun. It was good food. Another time we went, there was 4 of us. We all went to Montana's for all you can eat rib nights, and it was like, it's like $30 some for that. And we sat down and we started going, and it's like, yeah, you get the second rack, and then you get the third rack, and then the fourth rack comes, and everybody's like tapping out, or like the third. I think one guy tapped out after 2 racks of ribs. The other 2 guys tapped out at 3, and I had 4. And then they were like talking, and I'm like, well, I kind of want dessert. Just like the beard meats food guy, he always asked for the dessert menu afterwards, and he's like, I was gonna finish it off with something sweet. So I was laughing because watching these videos, I'm like, yeah, I could do that. And I'm thinking about meals I want to have in the future and things like that. But they didn't really make me hungry. Like making supper for the kids yesterday made me hungry, but today I was like, no. Watching those, I was like, yeah, that looks like good food. And through my like Instagram feeds and things like that, I'm flipping through, and it's like, oh, food thing. And it's like, I have all these food things, and it's like, some of it's like the diet stuff and stuff like that, like the keto and the carnivore diets and all those kind of things. And the guys were fasting, and that's where I kind of tried this fasting thing from, was watching all the social media about it. So yeah, no, but yeah, overall today was a good day. I did watch a movie, an old movie, 1982, Mazes and Monsters. It is a Tom Hanks movie. It's basically his first leading role in a movie. So he's quite young, but you can definitely tell it's Tom Hanks. So like, sorry, it's almost bedtime. So, I'm almost getting ready for bed. But yeah, he is very young, Tom Hanks. He sounds like Tom Hanks. Like, it's funny. It's like, even though he's older now, and you're like, yeah, that's Tom Hanks. Yeah, you just instantly recognize the voice, instantly recognize him, and you're like, yep, that's him. Mazes and Monster was weird. I thought it was a fantasy movie, but it was more of these kids in college play this game called Mazes and Monsters, which is based off, I think, Dungeons and Dragons. And then one of them goes kind of loopy and goes into the game, like mentally into the game. So he becomes this character, then he gets lost and he runs away and things like that. So I was reading a little description on it, and some people were saying it was talking about how it was kind of showing how Dungeons and Dragons was bad and evil for people. So, but it was okay. I did write a review on my Letterboxd, so I'll put a link in my comments with my Letterboxd in there, just in case anybody wants to check that out. I love movies, so I always watch a lot of movies. Haven't watched a lot of movies recently, though. Like this month, March, it's kind of weird. I usually watch a lot of movies in March because it's not much going on, but I haven't. And so it's just weird not watching a lot of movies, but no, I'll probably get back into that. I used to watch like a movie every day, and that was like my TV content was like for the day, for like I'd watch 2 hours of TV, and that was it. That's what I tried to limit it to, was like a movie a day. So but yeah, we'll see what that happens. But yeah, no, I love movies. As you can see, all the movies and stuff like that behind me, it goes all the way down as well. So, and I have books and books of like DVDs and stuff like that as well. So it's like I probably have well over 1,000 movies and stuff like that to pick from. So some of them are very good, some of them are very not so good. I have to curate my shelf and go through that and clean it all out one of these days, which will happen. But so yeah, I'm still flabbergasted by 25 pounds down. So that's great. I did notice one thing on my YouTube channel, that my first video has a lot of views. It's over 150, and it's kind of slowed down on that one now. But the other ones only have about like 3 to 10 views. So if you're still watching, that's cool. If not, whatever. I'm just doing this, like I said, for myself. Anybody watches it, that's great. You can join along the journey. But now that I'm at 7 days, I'm still not hungry. So I'm going to keep going, I think. My initial first goal was to hit 7 days. 7 days fasted. So I've hit that. It'll be 7 days, like exactly in 7 minutes from when I'm recording this. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go to bed tonight, sleep, get up in the morning, see how I feel. If I feel good, I'll keep going. And keep going from there. My next kind of medium goal will be to get to 10 days. And then from 10, I'll probably extend that out to 12 or 14, or add a few days onto that. And then, I don't know, the end-all goal, I don't think I'd go beyond 30, though. After 30 days, I should probably get back on food and things like that. But that would be pretty crazy if I did make it to 30. So I'm going to see how this goes, how this works. Another thing I'm planning to do tomorrow sometime is, now that I kind of realized, like, I might be getting, like, jiggly now. Like, what do you do about that? It's like, how do you get rid of the jiggle? It's like, I'm not going to the gym. I'm not a big fan of the gym. I was too big for the gym. It's like, it was uncomfortable to use a lot of the machines. And it's like, a lot of people were just like, I don't know, you just feel weird there. And it's like, because, I don't know, people were friendly and nice and everything like that, and they know you're there working out, but it just felt weird being at the gym. Like, one time I dropped my water bottle and I had to, like, get down on my hands and knees to pick it up, because it's like, I couldn't bend all the way over, like, what I was doing, and it was embarrassing. So, so kind of those things. It's like, I'm not a big gym fan. So I'm gonna use the good old AI to create me a workout plan. So using my 25-pound dumbbells, I only have those like little tiny like 3-pounders. So I'm like, that's all I have for equipment right now. So I might have to invest in some extra at-home workout gear. But I'll be walking more. Hopefully once the weather becomes nice, sidewalks are pretty clear here. The town I live in they clear the sidewalks pretty decently. I'm tired. I'm ready for bed. So, but yeah, I gotta get out and do some more walking. Try to get 10,000 steps in. Get at least I'm thinking I'll start off with like a 15-minute kind of workout session every day, just to kind of see where I start from there and build up from that, just to kind of do something so I'm not so flabby and jiggly. I'd rather have muscle than so some definition and things like that. So that would help me. I guess it builds, like, once you build weight or build muscle. Sorry, I'm tired. Once you build muscle, I guess that increases your metabolism even more, so that helps you burn even more fat down the road. So, and then doing these fasts, some say it's like most of it's your fat that's burning off and turning into ketones and things like that, but there is still definitely some muscle loss. So I gotta try to compensate for that and try to build muscle back up. Yeah, because muscle helps you with your bone structure, strengthens your balance, so many different things to like be fit. So overall, right now the goal is weight loss, but then after the weight loss comes off, it's like then it's to become really fit, because I want to go into the future being able to do stuff. And that's the key thing, is being able to do stuff, being able to enjoy life, being able to go on a roller coaster and having the bars come down and fit. I want to go to the Disney World or somewhere like well, not right now. I can't, because Canada loves the U.S. right now, and unfortunately, we're not really traveling. I've already canceled a trip to New York, which is disappointing, and it's just you got a ding dong for a president of the United States, which doesn't make sense to piss off all the other countries and do that stuff. So it just doesn't make any sense. So it's unfortunate. I don't have any problem with any Americans in person, like in particular. It's just his decision, and it's the backing of the government. It doesn't make sense, because when I always think of Republicans, I don't think of like this type of government. It's like it just doesn't make sense anymore. They're not Republicans anymore. They're something else, and it's like it's a very politics in Canada sucks too. We're going to go have an election soon, so that'll be a little eye opening. Some people don't want the Liberal government because they don't like Justin Trudeau, and I always ask them, like, why don't you like Justin Trudeau, or why didn't you like Justin Trudeau with this? And it's like, and people are like, whoa, and they don't have an answer. They just say, I hate Trudeau, I wish he was dead. And it's like, what? It's like, why? Tell me why. And it's like, why would any other political party be better than the Liberals? And they're like, whoa. And they're like, I want an answer. It's like, how did he make your life worse? It's like, oh, the deficit and stuff like that. I'm like, technically the deficit doesn't affect your person. It's like these people are funny, and then they're like, oh, we'll get these other guys in. And so, well, the other guys, guess what they like to do? They like to cut services. They like to cut this. They like to cut that to reduce costs. So when all those things get cut, people start complaining about all the cuts. And then they go, okay, well, in the next election, they flip it. And they go, okay, well, we want these guys who are going to give us all this stuff back. And then they go, oh, wait, you're spending too much money. And then they go, we want the guys who want to cut all the stuff. So they get all they flip again, and it flips back and forth about every 8 years. And it's funny here in Canada. And it seems like it does that same thing in the States as well. It flips from Democratic to Republican every once in a while, because they like some of the things Democrats do, but they don't like other things. It's like they like things Republicans do, but they don't like things Republicans do. It's like, and it just flips back and forth. So that's my view on politics. I'm willing to listen to anybody. It's like, as long as you have a valid point, I'll listen to you. But yeah, crazy times. So yeah. But that's my day 7, 25 pounds, total lost in 7 days, which is crazy. So if anybody's overweight and wants to do a fast, I highly recommend it. Make sure you have no underlying medical conditions that could affect you and things like that. You may want to review that with a doctor or a nutritionist before you try this. I have no underlying health conditions. I'm not diabetic or any other things. I wasn't on any medications or anything like that. I'm just overweight and fat. So that was the only benefit of me, is I had no underlying conditions. So, and that's why, to lose the weight is a big thing for me, because I don't want any of those conditions. So 25 pounds, huge number, like when I think about it. So I'm going to keep on going, see how it goes. If you're enjoying this journey, make sure you as all the YouTubers say, like, click and subscribe. I don't care if you do or not. But I would love comments. It's whatever you think, your opinions, your questions, your ideas, your recommendations, anything you want to say to me, put it in the comments. I'll reply to them because I don't get that many, so it's not that difficult to reply to everybody. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day, great night, great whatever. But yeah, 7 days completed, and we're just on to more. So have a good one.